It's the 3 on PLAX TV.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy PLAX, and I'm here with my good buddy, the GOAT, future president of the United States, future mayor of Buffalo. I should have said mayor of Buffalo first because you can't go. I guess you can. I guess you can. My boy, Mike Angel Rosado. We're going to have a round of applause on him.
Howdy.
Yeah. And this is another episode of the 3 on PLAX TV with Angel. But a little bit different. It's a podcast. I know you guys know I already do a podcast with my buddy Rick, but Rick doesn't give a fuck about basketball. We talk about basketball. He just doesn't. We talk about basketball.
He like Atlanta. He
like the Hawks a little bit. As much as the average individual can like the Hawks, he likes the Hawks. And that's just because he's from the city or his family's from the city and he's black. That's the only reason he likes the Hawks.
Ice Trader Gang.
But other than that, Rick doesn't really care about basketball. We'll dabble on the topic from time to time, but he doesn't it's not enough to talk about it the way I would like to. So that's why Angel's here.
Hey.
He's another basketball head like I am. But we'll do this once a month. The last episode we did, you guys really liked, so we here.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
here we are.
So today, Angel, what we talking about, man?
Early season, quarter of the way through.
Yep.
What are our predictions for the end of the season awards?
Okay.
You know, I think we've seen it. We've seen a quarter of the schedule.
Yep.
We have a good idea of what's happened so far.
How guys are playing, yeah.
Yep, how guys are playing, what it might look. Obviously, some things are going to change by like the trade deadline, blah, blah,
Fair.
blah.
Right.
There's a lot of time left in the season. But, I think we have like a nice little something just to give some early predictions. And then we can revisit them at the end of the year and see
if we was right. Yeah.
how close we were.
I have a question. Has anybody that's been traded ever won an award? I can't think off
like
the top
mid-season?
of my head. Yeah, like
mid-season?
they got traded at the trade deadline. Not in the off season, but they got traded at the trade deadline and they still won an award.
That'd definitely be some basketball trivia to look up because I don't think so. But I do think they could impact like team records and blah blah blah.
Right.
And
because imagine you were a starter someplace else. You get traded at the trade deadline before the All-Star break. You're the sixth man for the new team for some reason, and you just cook and get sixth man of the year. Now that'd be kind of crazy. Is that worth the trade at that point? Uplifting your family and going someplace else? Because before you weren't gonna get that.
Well, if you're the sixth man of the year, the team is probably better too. So maybe you have a chance at a chip.
Yeah, winning a championship. That's true.
Maybe you're at least a contender now.
Not bad. We'll look that up for y'all. If y'all want to look it up in the comments, you can, but we'll probably look it up for y'all for later on.
Yeah,
in the episode.
definitely.
But we're going to start at Coach of the Year because that's the one people don't give a fuck the most about. And
which is odd because it's a really good award. Like,
it is a good award.
Look at, like,
it means something. But it's not on the court, really, so I don't think people care enough. We were going to do Clutch Player of the Year, but no one's talking about Clutch Player of the Year. I just give it to De'Aaron Fox again, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, De'Aaron Fox is my front runner. He's leading the league in clutch points, in fourth quarter points anyway. Fourth quarter points. The only person beating him is Ja Morant, technically, because Ja's only played 2 games. So you know what I'm saying.
But it should be.
But De'Aaron Fox is the first is first place besides Ja. And then, like, my next 2 possibilities were, like, Giannis and Bron, because Bron was leading for, like, the first 10 to 15 games.
Yeah.
And then Milwaukee, all their games are coming down to the fourth quarter because their defense is shit. So they got to get to the fourth and just start scoring points. So Giannis just starts dunking on everybody.
So he's
he's got a lot of fourth quarter points, and that's how they're winning games. So, like, I think
that's a nasty way to get it, though. So I guess De'Aaron
Fox,
just give it to him again.
Yeah, just give it to De'Aaron Fox again because the fourth quarter happens and he's just like, oh, here's 10 on your head real quick.
But if he got the first one ever, didn't he?
Yeah, last year.
So
he's gonna get the second one.
Yeah, he's gonna get the second one probably.
They might have to name that bitch
That's
after
what I was
him.
Say, if he gets
by the time
3
he
of them
finished,
if he get 3 of them, like,
especially to start the first
that's
3.
What, he got the first one and it'd be the first 3. Yeah, you might have to name it the De'Aaron.
At that
Fox
point, you might
award.
have to name it after him. Because that would be nuts.
But he does have to have more clutch feats in the playoffs, though, too, to really. Like,
it is, but it's also a regular season award.
Yeah, but I feel know, I'm talking about us as old heads, right? Let's fast forward a little bit. They were like, well, that nigga ain't never do nothing in the playoffs. You know how old heads get.
Yeah.
And we're going to be nasty about something, statistically speaking, because current old heads are nasty about Jordan. You should see them in the comments, brother.
I don't even need to. I don't need to.
Well, no, you've seen some in the comments. Hey, hold on real quick. We'll tangent, just a quick tangent. The one nigga said John Starks was better than Kawhi Leonard. As an argument, a part of an argument on why Jordan is better than Bron.
Where's John Starks Finals MVP?
Oh, Patrick Ewing sold it for a knee brace.
I guess.
He sold it for a knee brace. But we're not going to get into that in this episode. I've talked about Jordan and LeBron and debated people enough for this month. February, though, we back at it. So we talked about clutch player of the year. De'Aaron Fox is probably gonna get it again.
Yeah, I would be surprised if anybody else gets it at this point.
Unless Bron is just like, fuck it.
Yeah, unless Bron is like
another little war.
Yeah, unless Bron is like, I ain't win that yet. Let me.
Yeah, he start cooking. He might get it, but it's probably
start averaging 15 a game in the fourth.
Yeah, he don't do shit like, the first 3 quarters.
He started the fuck you.
Yeah. Shit worked.
He hit 3 fuck yous in the fourth quarter every game,
just so he could be up.
Like that's quick 9 right there.
That's 9. I know. De'Aaron Fox only gets 7. I know I'm up. But to start, we'll talk about coach of the year, Angel. Me and Angel kind of talked about it off camera a little bit. Angel, who you got for coach of the year?
My favorite to win it as of right now is Chris Finch, the Timberwolves coach.
Yeah.
When's the last time Minnesota was first in the conference?
I believe Kevin Garnett was 23 years old.
Yeah. Was it 2002 or something like that?
I believe Kevin Garnett was fresh.
The boys is sitting like 20-4 or 21-5. Yeah, something like that, bro.
Wow.
It's 21-4, 21-5, some crazy shit like that.
And I mean, like we make fun of Minnesota a lot, but realistically speaking, on paper they should be a good team. They
should be.
They have Michael Jordan Jr. They have Carl Anthony get it because Jimmy's Jr.
Yeah.
Then they got Cat, who should be a superstar level guy. Should be. You got Gobert, who's a bum but should be like he's an elite level defender at the very least. Which he's an elite level defender and a decent rebounder. You got Mike Conley, who's a vet point guard, and then you got
there's McDaniels, who's a good defender.
Is decent, and he knocked down his shots from time to time, which is important, especially on that team because like you're not doing nothing else, so you should just stay in the corner and knock the shit down, motherfucker.
I will say if you have to play, if you're a perimeter player and you got to look across and you see Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels,
and then Cat and Gobert behind them, that's tough.
Yeah, it is gonna be a long night.
That's a rough night because again, we talk shit about Cat and Gobert, but they do protect the rim.
Well, Gobert do.
Cat can. He can. If you make him upset enough where he make his voice deep, that's where he start blocking shit.
So 2 games out of an 82 game season. 2 games.
If you make him mad, I will say Cat has been. I don't know if it's Anthony Edwards being out there, but he has been just elevated. I can tell. Like he seemed like his voice ain't deep, but it's like it's up an octave for sure. Like I think he dunked on somebody or something, and I was like, all right, bitch ass nigga. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Jimmy beat Pipe Joe Shorty, but
but it's cool. You could he did bully Jimmy a little bit, got his get back. It was the worst bowl into a step back I ever seen in my life, but it went in, so I mean I can't really say too much. At least it went in.
It is what it is, right?
But yeah, no, I definitely agree. What else?
Yeah.
What else?
So my favorite is Chris Finch as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then my secondary one, gotta go with my boy Mark Daigneault. Shout out my boys, Oklahoma City. Okay. We are second in the conference.
Okay.
And a lot of people thought we'd be like a play-in team, 7th, 8th seed type.
We just talked about this last month. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, they thought we would be like a 7th, 8th seed, maybe a 6th, and barely escape the play-in and make the playoffs type. But we are second in the conference.
Yeah,
and we have a top 10 offensive rating and a top 10 defensive rating.
Ooh,
so we're top 10 in offense and defense.
And y'all way ahead of schedule. If y'all keep this up and stay, let's say y'all stay top 4, y'all way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, so
way ahead of schedule.
I think it's going to come down to just like team record, like who finishes with the better record between the two of them.
Yeah,
because you never know. It's a long season. Minnesota could go on a losing streak. We could go on a losing streak. Mm-hmm. We could both go on win streaks.
I think Minnesota go on a losing streak before y'all do, but yeah.
You just never know. So I think it's going to come down between those two as far as who has the better record at the end of the year, whichever team finishes higher in the conference. And then like dark horse would be I was gonna, as you mentioned a little bit off camera, not gonna spoil too much, but Orlando's coach I think has been doing a really good job. No one thought Orlando was gonna be top 4. No one thought Orlando was gonna make the playoffs.
No, not at all.
So the fact that they're the fact that they're in the position they're in currently, if they can keep that up, like even just being top 4, I think he's gonna get a lot of consideration because
for sure
of the coaching and how and their record and stuff like that. Because I think he's doing a great job. He's got them boys playing impeccable defense. That's their defense is playing insane down in Orlando,
and that's without Isaac because Isaac's been
because Jonathan Isaac's been hurt a lot,
and they still playing great defense. But to piggyback on what
so crazy
Angel said a little bit more, my pick is Orlando because. Like we just said, Orlando, which Minnesota
shout out Jamal.
Nobody thought Orlando was gonna be remotely even close. We thought they were probably gonna be a lottery pick team again.
Yeah, maybe sneak the play, maybe 10 seeds, maybe the bottom playing spot.
And that was an overachieving season to sneak into the
for a lot of people.
So for them to be in the hunt, they were first in the East for like 15 games or something like that, which was crazy within itself.
Yeah, it was like 10 games. It was like a 2 to 3 week stretch that they were
and then
first, second.
They're like fourth, battling for third spot with somebody. I'm really proud. Their coach is Jamal Mosley.
Yep,
I am super proud of them. Paulo Banchero, baby LeBron. People don't give him enough credit because Wemby's
he's
around.
balling.
But Paulo's really leading that team. Cole Anthony's playing great. He's playing defense, which his daddy never played defense. They got Ron Harper because Greg Anthony didn't play defense, so they had to get Ron Harper. But Cole, he like, I'm not going to be like my dad. I'm going to lock in. We trying to win. We not trying to lose in the conference finals.
Jalen Suggs been playing crazy.
Oh, yeah, Jalen Suggs. I got a prediction. He's a future Clutch Player of the Year award winner, I think.
Yeah, after De'Aaron wins his 3.
After De'Aaron wins his 3, Jalen Suggs will probably win that 4th or 5th one probably. Somewhere around there. Especially the league is already changing, but the league will be changed around a little bit. Who else they got? They got Franz Wagner. He's just a solid ass.
They got Mo as well, his brother. They got both the Wagner boys.
They got both Wagner. See, they
got both the Wagner boys.
They set up properly. They playing great defense. They score with. They can score with anybody really, which is funny.
Yeah, between Paolo and Franz, them boys put up points.
I just didn't think I would be saying no shit like this. Not now. I thought the trajectory for Orlando, similar to OKC, was like maybe
another season or two, something like that.
3 years from now.
And Orlando's been missing Markelle and Wendell Carter Jr., who they got in the Vu trade. Remember?
I didn't
they
even
traded
know
Vu to Chicago. They got Wendell back.
Who's solid. I used to, when he first came into the league, I said he's not Timmy because that's crazy, but his game is very similar. He's broken down corner store Timmy. Not just regular corner store. He's like broken. Like you only go in there for like cigarettes and like honey packs and stuff like that. You don't get no food. Don't even get a snack cake. Like just gas, honey packs, and cigarettes.
Insane. Ain't no way you Valero.
But for Timmy, that's good though. That's really good.
I guess.
Good. But so if that's another thing. They get him back. They get Markelle Fultz back, who's been not what we expected him to be, but he's been a solid starter.
Going to Orlando has helped.
Yeah, definitely helped
his career a lot.
I think. I think they got a chance. Hey man, what if they shock the world? What if they shock the world?
They already are being number 4.
They already are. So it's like for them to do.
And if they got to play the Knicks in the first round,
they're cooking the Knicks.
I got.
First of all, Julius Randle checking Paulo Banchero. Stop it. That's 50.
Paulo about to average.
He gonna get a 50.
Paulo about to average 35. That whole series.
He gonna drop a 50-piece on Julius.
Paulo gonna look like year 2 LeBron with the 27, 7, and 7.
He gonna do him like Bron did Detroit. The way where he did the reverse. They gonna be like, oh my God. In the garden.
Not in the garden.
No, Paulo
cooking Julius Randle for 50 in the Garden would be insane.
With the reverse lay. Oh my God, bro. And RJ Barrett on Franz Wagner. Come on, bro. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about?
Yeah, Franz 30 right there.
Yeah, that's a 30 piece right there. Franz like jab spin. Get off me, bucket.
Yeah, they not go.
Yeah, I see. If Orlando play the Knicks, they go into the second round for sure. In 6.
Yeah, it's not going 7. It's not going 7.
It's going to 6 because Jalen Brunson gonna be like, guys, come on.
Yeah,
man.
Jalen Brunson go get them a 1 or 2.
He'll be like, what are we doing, guys?
Paulo will get 50. Jalen Brunson will have like 45 and be like, I need some help.
Yeah, like, y'all gotta do something, bro. And niggas getting the wool pulled over their eyes again with Julius Randle because he's playing pretty good. And they're like, oh, he back. We up. I'm like, guys, what are we doing? We know when the playoffs
and then he get to the playoffs and forget how to hoop.
He's not going to do shit, bro. He's not going to do a goddamn thing. People talking about Zion being fat, but at least Zion, when he plays very well. He just fat.
I mean, for 3 quarters, I guess. You know, and then he gets to the fourth.
Once he gets to the fourth, he be gassed. But he already had like 25 and 13 by that point. The rest of y'all need to do something. But I got 25 and 13. But Julius... He just completely like.
He got 25 and 13. I ate 25 fish fillets, 13 nuggets, and a cup of
large Coke.
A large Diet Coke. Diet Coke. He like it's healthy.
Zion, bro. Come on, man.
Like, bro, don't even get the Diet Coke at that point.
just get you a regular Coke. But yeah, shout out to Jamal Mosley. He's turned them around. Shout out to the Timberwolves coach. What's his name again?
Chris Finch.
Shout out to him because that's
Finch.
That's
Finch is
unthinkable.
Finch balling.
To turn Minnesota around. But next up we got the Most Improved Player Award. I had a few people down as like ideas, but who were you thinking?
Tyrese Maxey, and I don't think it's close.
I'll just cross this stuff out though.
I just don't think, like, even other guys that are having a good season, Tyrese Maxey has been playing. Like, think about it. Philly is 3rd in the conference right now. Ooh, after getting rid of James Harden. Yeah. Now, Embiid is balling. That is true.
Yeah, right.
He's playing amazing.
That's what he do, though.
He's playing amazing. But if Maxey wasn't averaging, it's like 26 at this point, 27, something like that. He started averaging 30 for like the first 5 games of the season or something crazy.
Didn't he get a 50 piece?
Yeah, like a 50 piece. He's just playing. He's turned it up to another level. Like he
and I talk a lot of shit about Harden. He credited that to James Harden, his gameplay. So shout out to Harden for doing something, I guess.
Yeah, there was some mentorship, I guess. Yeah. He taught him something, and he learned whatever it was, and he's balling now. So like,
it's working. Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey is a legitimate. He has a legitimate all-star case.
Oh yeah, and he should be all-star for sure.
No one would have. If you ask anybody before the season, they'd be like, "Oh, he's solid."
I think I would have said he averaged like 18.
I can see him getting 20 a game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, okay, because obviously with Harden not being there, he's gonna get more shots. Blah blah blah. So I could, I'd be like, I can see him getting 20, but like averaging 26 and being pretty efficient at times,
getting a 50 piece.
Yeah, he's just balling. And I just unless he absolutely falls off a cliff.
Which I
don't expect.
Yeah, unless he get hurt or some shit.
Yeah. Like I don't see it happening for anybody else.
A biased throw out there. I understand it is Tyrese Maxey. A biased throw out is Cam Thomas because nobody he was nobody, bro. He was nobody. At least niggas knew who Tyrese Maxey was.
But that was only because Cam play in Brooklyn and y'all not that good right now.
No, that's fair. But like the niggas averaging like 25 or 24 at the moment. He had like a couple 40 game stretches. If we were a better team, I feel like he'd have a better chance. But because we so in the
Tyrese Maxey got the me shot selection. I mean, Cam Thomas got the me shot selection. Yeah. He ain't never seen a shot he ain't like.
Yeah, he's more Michael Porter Jr. than Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah,
at least Maxey try to facilitate a little bit.
Yeah. Cam not facilitating nothing. He trying to go get a bucket.
Facilitate more than Cam do, and that's crazy.
Yeah. Cam want to go get him a bucket.
Yeah. He don't care about
which he can do. He
does get him. It's just like,
but it's just funny.
He doesn't look for the pass. Like once he's going, That's it.
Yeah, it's all he's just trying to score the whole time.
It's very Michael Porter Jr.-esque, but I mean, at least we got something. We could have nothing at all. So
yeah, you could have.
We could have nothing at all. But I agree, it's Tyrese Maxey for sure. He's just elevated his game the way nobody expected him to.
Yeah,
so shout out to him.
And if he didn't, Philly would not be third in the conference.
Nah, I don't even think they'd be like an eighth seed maybe.
Yeah, you'd have Embiid going out there balling, and there'd be just nothing.
Also, what the fuck? Again, I say this all the time. What the fuck is Tobias Harris doing? He's getting paid to just chill, and that pisses me off.
Fourth quarter screaming, why the fuck Tobias? And
no, for real, niggas talking about Batum. Batum is old.
Yeah,
Tobias Harris still in his prime, not doing shit, bro. He not doing a motherfucking thing.
Yeah,
and it's been like that for years, and he keep getting away with it. And it's highway robbery.
Yeah, he get away with it because he in Philly and he like supposed to be their third or fourth best player anyway. So everybody's like, oh, he's not. Like the expectations aren't too high in the first place. Right. He's not asked to do a lot anyway. But he gotta start getting it together.
I will say I talk a lot of shit about Rudy Gobert about being a bum and robbing people. The nigga that robbed people is Tobias motherfucking Harris, bro. He's a robber.
Facts.
That nigga's a thief. He needs thief Hall of Fame
highway,
on his shit.
Yeah, that's highway robbery. The way he going crazy.
He don't do shit, bro.
Coming to them contract negotiations, he is a two-way inside-out superstar.
Nah, for real. Like
his agent is a beast.
When Embiid and Maxey was out for that game, Pat Bev was leading the team. How?
Hey, yo, Pat was a bucket back in the day.
No, he was. No, he was. Y'all know I love Pat Bev. That's my guy. But Tobias let Pat Bev run the show. It was your time to shine.
It was your time. You were supposed to go out and get a 30 piece.
And you let Pat Bev run the show, which he did very well. He did a great job. They almost won that game.
Yeah, he was balling.
But come on, man. And he was by himself because Tobias didn't do shit. It was Pat Bev versus the Celtics. And that's why they lost the game. I think Tobias got like 12 that game or something.
Yeah, you can't.
I hate that nigga, bro. Fuck Tobias Harris.
Yeah, like at least Gobert as depoys and shit to his
Yeah,
day.
at least he defends. Like, you know he's going to play defense and get rebounds regardless, right?
Yeah.
Overpaid, but he's going to do that.
Yeah.
What is Tobias? He's not defending. He's not scoring a lot of points. He just out there looking like J. Cole. I could turn on Forest Hill Drive. I don't need to look at you, nigga. I can turn on Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah, his
for $11.99 on Spotify.
Yeah, he walking around looking like J. Cole cousin.
That's what I'm saying. We could pay $11.99 on Spotify and play
Tobias Cole.
Tobias Cole. That's what I'm saying. We could pay $11.99 on Spotify and listen to J. Cole all day instead of paying you millions of dollars to not do shit. Fuck it. Let's let Cole play instead of this nigga.
You sell tickets?
Yeah, he don't sell tickets. What is Tobias doing? Nothing, bro. Cole could knock him. That's what I'm saying, bro. He is.
Pat Bev, the third best player on that team.
Best player on the team. And, Kelly Oubre.
Yeah.
Oubre. But guess who the fourth option is? Pat Bev.
Pat Bev.
And I just think that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, I don't
think that's right, man.
Yeah, with Oubre and Pat Bev there, you supposed to be the third, minimum fourth. You the fifth. You the fifth best player on that team.
I'd argue Mo Bamba the fifth. If we being for real. Come on, man.
Mo.
No, for real. Mo was cooking with Pat Bev. He was giving him the ball.
Oh, that was so
Mo Bamba
crazy.
knocked down like 3 threes that game.
Oh, that's so crazy.
And Tobias just watched. He got a couple dimes.
I guess.
Tobias Harris fucking sucks.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. No,
Tyrese
you know what? He don't fucking suck. He just a hoe.
He just hoe. Yeah, he underperformed.
He's a really good player. He just a hoe. That's all.
Yeah, he just choose to not hoop. I guess I don't know what it is. He must be a clout hooper. He got a big contract.
He's a clout hooper.
He got a big contract. It was just it was time to chill.
Fuck it.
He's like, yeah, I got bread. Embiid go carry me.
Embiid gonna win us one, man. Eventually, one of these days. Like, come on, man. That nigga sucks. But shout out to Tyrese Maxey. Maybe if Tobias was playing better, maybe Tyrese wouldn't be able to excel the way he's been. So, you know.
I guess.
We gonna move on. We're gonna move on to sixth man of the year. Can I start this one?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is leading the sixth man of the year. I'd just like to say, please don't give that nigga that shit.
It's only because Dallas is playing well. It's only because Dallas is playing well.
I know I sound like a hater, but just hear me out real quick, guys. What was the last thing you heard Tim Hardaway Jr. do?
That back and forth with Deion Waiters in the rookie All-Star, the Rising Stars game.
What was that, 2016? What was it, 2015?
Not even, right? Wasn't we still in high school when that happened? That was like 2013 or something, wasn't it?
When did Kyrie get drafted?
No. It was after that because Deion Waiters got drafted after Kyrie, like 2 years or a year or two.
So that was like.
And Kyrie was in like 2011, 2012, something like that.
Bro, that was like 2013. Bro.
Yeah, 2013, 2014. We was in high school when that happened. When Hardaway Jr. was playing for the Knicks.
And what was the last exciting thing a nigga named Tim Hardaway did? The 90s. So it wasn't even that nigga. Please don't give him that because Dallas already gave him $18 million a year. He's another person that's finessing people. If he gets the 6 Man of the Year award, he gonna go into his next contract finessing again. And he doesn't deserve it, bro. Please, do not give it to him. Give it to the second or third. I don't even care who y'all give it to. Just not that nigga, please.
Quickly.
Fuck it. Just fuck it. I don't care. Fuck it. The Knicks need something, right? They need a win. Fuck it. Give it to Quickly. But in a more serious note, besides that nigga, please don't give it to him. Again, biased. I got Cam down here, but that's just a biased pick because he was on the list. I don't understand how though, because he's starting now. I don't think he's. I don't even think.
I think it's because he played more games off the bench than starting. Okay. But once he passes, the limit or whatever, not the limit. But once he starts more games, then he's come off the bench. He won't be eligible. It won't be eligible
so Cam
anymore.
is out. Reeves, I thought Austin Reeves was starting.
No. They moved him to the bench after like the first 10 or so games.
Okay.
Because the bench was real ass.
Gab. Well, he is playing like a bitch named Gabby, but Gabe Vincent ain't doing shit. He did not transfer the power of friendship over.
No, it did not work. It only works in Miami, I guess.
No, because Max Strus is using it. His shit worked.
Yeah, against y'all.
No. Whoa.
I'm sorry. It's just because he played for Cleveland. It's just because he played for the land of Cleve. I'm sorry.
He did work us. I'm not going front, but he also worked other teams besides us.
It's just because he played for the land of Cleve, so I'm like, fuck it.
You think it's because he played for...
I just can't. It's just because he played for the land of Cleve. I'm like, that's not going to go nowhere.
And Evan Mobley out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh,
that's terrible. They can't afford
Donovan
that.
Mitchell about to leave.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely good.
He getting the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, he gonna be like, this some Utah shit all over again.
All facts.
The fuck? Also, just as like a, I don't want to say consolation prize because this is a little disrespectful, but just like as a respect thing, CP3 was on the list. I think CP3 should get it. But the Golden State playing like shit, so it's like, but he's playing well off the bench.
I think Quickly is probably the person that's going to end up getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he finished like second last year or some shit like that.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Something like second or third last year. He was close to getting it, I believe.
Okay.
Or did he win? No, he didn't win it last year.
No, he didn't win it. Who won $6 million last year?
Shit, I don't even remember at this point. I'm trying to think.
Comment down below who won $6 million last year.
Because I don't remember. I remember Quickly being like in the running like heavy. And I assumed he was going to win it, so I stopped paying attention to it because I thought he was
my dumb ass would say Lou Will. Did Lou Will get it?
But I think Quickly by the end of the season, I just feel like, Hardaway, if he wins, it's just because Dallas has a good record. And they, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's going to carry him to that.
You know he's going to use that in the contract.
I know, but like, I think it's just...
The Knicks going to bring him back and give him $45 million a year.
If Dallas has a good record, they keep playing well, then maybe he gets it. But I think Quickly's going to actually like, win it this year. I think he's going to, put it all together. I think Reeves has a good chance, and I think CP has a chance. Depending on if the Warriors turn it around.
The Warriors got to turn it up. That's the biggest thing for
the
them.
Warriors.
Malcolm Brogdon.
You're right. Brogdon won that shit last year. Playing in Boston.
In Boston,
yeah. You're right.
Shout out Brogdon.
But no, I think Quickly is going to be the person who gets it.
That nigga in purgatory right
And
now. He's still in Portland.
And yeah. Well, he just can't be traded yet.
Yeah. He'll free
but
him.
they're gonna move him at some
Free
point
Big
for more draft picks and shit. But yeah, Quickly, and then like I said, I think if the Lakers can turn it around, Reeves has a chance to get it. Depends on how the Lakers finish. Because he's been balling.
Because I heard they kind of leading in the Zach LaVine race right now. So.
Oh, please don't do that dumb shit.
I mean, is it too much worse than what they do right now? It's my bad. They won the in-season tournament. How many in-season tournament championships do Jordan got? Exactly.
And then I think if the Warriors play the young guys, listen, Clay has been playing abysmal. And
last 5 games, he's averaging like 24 and like 7 or something like that.
All right. Well, if we were giving out awards for 5-game stretches, a lot of shit would be different. But ain't no award for best 5-game stretch. Ain't no. And even if there was, he wouldn't get it.
He's not gonna get it. No.
But I think they got to stop playing him as much, and they got to stop playing Draymond as much, and they got to give the young guys more run. And see what they get out of it. Because playing Clay and Draymond ain't been working. So you got to do something.
And this is what I said. I did a whole video on this like a couple months ago. How Golden State kind of put themselves in this corner. They should have kept all those young guys. And for this situation, like Steph and them was still cooking a little bit a while back. But you could tell they was on the decline.
Well, shout out.
Well,
Chef Curry's still balling.
But I'm saying the rest of those guys were declining. They were playing decent, but not very well. If they would have kept Wiseman, they still got Kuminga, I think.
They still got Kuminga.
Wiseman, even JP, even though he's, what he is. If they would have tried to keep all those guys along with keeping the core together, I think they'd be in a better situation. But they were so focused on keeping the core guys together, but they're on the decline. You're putting yourself in a bad spot. Like Wiseman was the second pick, right?
Yeah, he was the number 2 overall pick.
For what? Nothing.
For like nothing, basically.
Yeah, like granted he's in Detroit, so he's not gonna accomplish anything. But still,
yeah, Detroit.
I'm just saying, like
longest losing streak ever. That's what they're gonna accomplish.
Yeah. I don't even know why Detroit playing so bad because
first of all, send Killian Hayes to the
I forgot.
You're
giving that bum ass nigga 30 minutes a game. That's the problem. Get him the fuck out of there. His uncle got to be the owner. Or the GM or something.
What is it? Jaden Ivey or whatever should be getting his minutes.
Jaden Ivey should be getting. Jaden Ivey played like 20.
Jaden Ivey should be getting Killian Hayes minutes.
And they got like 5 centers too. That never works.
Yeah, they got a bunch of centers.
They got a bunch of bigs. They're all really good bigs, but like you can't play 5 centers. So what are you gonna do? You got to cut that down. You got to pit like they did with in Denver. They chose Jokic or Nurkic. You got to pick one or pick two. Pick Jalen Duren, maybe Wiseman, and the rest of them niggas can get the fuck on, or not even get on.
Who want Bagley at this point? His value just is
you can at least get a second round pick for that nigga though. Get him the fuck out of here.
I guess, yeah. Maybe he played better somewhere else.
You can sell him to the Wong Dong Tigers for a lifetime supply of Chinese food. Then you'll never gotta pay for catering again. See, I'm thinking
that's as bad as Kyle Korver getting traded for a copy machine.
Nah, for real. You trade him to the Wong Dong Tigers. They send you over their personal chef for a lifetime supply of Chinese food, so you never got to pay for catering again. That's billions of dollars cut out the budget right there. Come on, man. Come on, Detroit. Sign me up, man. I got y'all. We can turn this around. They
gotta get rid of Killian Hayes.
Get Killian Hayes.
They gotta stop having a million centers. Maybe they'll figure something out.
I don't know what to do with Killian Hayes because don't nobody want that nigga. Send him to the Knicks.
Send him to the G. Send him to the G League. Yeah, I don't even keep. Don't send him to the G League. Put him in the G League. Let him play over there.
I think that's what he needs. Because I don't know why they pushing him the way they are, but that nigga sucks, man. And I didn't realize how bad he was till niggas started pointing it out. They were like, we're losing because he's on the court.
Yeah, if I was a Detroit fan, I'd be so pissed Killian Hayes is on my basketball team.
Yelling, why the fuck is Hayes in?
Get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah, get him the fuck out of there.
They need more spacing. They don't got no floor spacing.
They don't. They don't.
Can't nobody on that team shoot besides Bogdanovich or whatever.
Yeah, and
he hurt.
Bogdanovich, he's so frustrated. I seen he was about to fight somebody. I said, yeah, it's over, bro. You got Bog trying to beef somebody. He's like, I'm tired of this shit.
Free him. Free him.
Because he can really help a contender.
Send him to the Lakers. That's what they need.
Bog
not going no cap. That him in the starting lineup, that spacing to be that spacing to be a way better.
Yeah.
You know how Bron do with a 3-point shooter.
Yeah. Bron love that.
Bron Magic Johnson pass to the corner behind the head.
Gotcha.
Bogdan for 3.
Bang! Bog running down the court. Bang! I can't wait for the playoffs again because Mike Breen is just the greatest, bro. That nigga's the best.
What award we got next, man?
Oh yeah, we was talking about. We said we were at 6-man. Okay, defensive player of the year is next. So I'm gonna start this one too, real quick. I got another. I know. Probably people like you just a hating ass fat nigga, ain't you? No, I'm not. I promise. Rudy Gobert is leading again. Right. Not saying he don't deserve it because he's playing very well defensively, and Minnesota is number 1 in the West, so that makes sense. The reason I'm saying don't give that nigga another Defensive Player of the Year award is similar to Tim Hardaway. He's going to use that in contract negotiations and finesse either Minnesota or some other dumbass team out there and get
out of a lot of money
and get another $200 million contract, and he does not deserve that, bro. No. And I don't want to see another organization.
Nah, he is overpaid, and he is overpaid, but
not saying he doesn't deserve Defensive Player of the Year.
No, he's just overpaid. His contract is way too much.
He's overpaid, and he's going to use that extra Defensive Player of the Year. Because what would that be, 5 for him?
3 or 4?
3 or 4, okay. So that'd be like 3 or 4 for him. He going to be like, oh, I just won DPOY. Y'all got to give me like 200 M's real quick. Like, come on, bro. He don't deserve that.
Nah.
So
I'd give him 150, I guess. Considering 150 now isn't what it was when he got his 200 million.
Yeah, okay. Even 150, I don't want to get in.
I don't want to, but if you do it for like 5 years, I guess.
Stretch it out. Yeah, I could. Okay, for 5, I could do that.
Yeah, $30 million a year. I guess that's less than he make now.
It's less. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Because he got 200 million for like 5 years
for
or 4 years or 5 years, some shit like that.
5 would be.
Yeah, 165, something like that.
Also, he getting
make it
older,
more worth
so
it.
there's only so much you could do with that.
Yeah.
But realistically speaking, before I get into my jokes, I'll go with AD. AD should probably get it. He's playing well. He's been relatively healthy too. But I would like to see Chet or Wemby get it because they've been playing elite level defense, both of them. Wemby won't get it because the Spurs are in the ground.
Yeah,
the Spurs are in the ground, so Wemby, he won't get it at all. But Chet, it would be nice to see Chet get it because both of those guys are not leading, but they're like top 5 in steals and blocks.
Something like that. Yeah.
So like that's really good, especially for centers. That's amazing.
Yeah, they're balling. They're balling on the blocks. They're each blocking a lot of shots.
But if the Spurs can at least have a respectable record, maybe Wemby could get it. I do definitely think Wemby will get one
eventually. Yeah,
for sure. Chet as well. Chet will definitely get a couple in his career. But yeah, AD. My pick is AD because I don't want Gobert to get it.
My pick, unfortunately, is Gobert because the Wolves have the first overall seed.
They do
in the conference, and I think that is going to be a big reason why they get it. Why he gets it, because the team success is going to be big, and they are playing incredible defense, and they have a lot of good defenders besides him. But he's going to get a lot of credit for that. So I think at this point he would end up getting another one. AD is my second choice.
Okay.
I think the Lakers their record and the way they're playing is just not good enough for him to get it over Gobert.
Gobert gonna get it, Andy.
Unless the Lakers turn it around,
which they could.
If the Lakers turn it around and they finish top 2 or 3 or something like that, then I can see AD getting it.
And AD don't get hurt
because I think AD is the better defender.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna it's a team. They're gonna factor in team success as well. Mm-hmm. So like, unless the Lakers turn it around, AD's not gonna get it over him because their record is shit.
Right. Yeah.
But so I think that's why Gobert gets it. But I think Gobert is AD would be my runner up.
Okay.
That's why I expect to finish second if Gobert does in fact get it.
Okay.
And then my third option would be Chet because we have, first of all, Thunder fan, obviously. So there's that part, but also we have a top 10 defense, and that's not insignificant, and that's not like not because of him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a big part in why we're playing. Like
I said.
So good. Like we have a lot of good we have a lot of good like versatile defensive players. You know, Shea, J-Dub, Lou Dort, blah blah blah. But like
I love how Lou
as good as Jay Will,
like a 2K lockdown.
Yeah, as good as Jay Will is, and he did really good for a 6'9" power forward who had to play center all year last year. He did amazing being put into his not natural position. And then being asked to be the big man down in the middle and play rim protector, I think he did a great job. But it's just night and day, clearly, with having Chet.
Yeah.
Because Chet is just the naturally better player, and he's taller and lankier, 7'2". You know what I mean? Like, it's not that Jay Will's bad. It's just
a bigger body.
Chet is better, and he has a bigger body to defend with. And so it's really helped our defense a lot.
And then
so
having Dub out there still,
great. And then when Chet goes to the bench, you bring in Jay Will, who again just played center all last year, so he has experience playing that role. You know what I'm saying? With the starters, and he held it down. So he plays really good, solid minutes. He also can shoot the three a little bit and stretch the floor as well. So I think he'll keep but Chet has really helped elevate our defense, and he's a big reason why we're the second seed because he's the big change. Everything else is the same. Besides him and the dude we drafted from Kentucky or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, though.
Not Wallace. I don't think that was him. Maybe it was.
I think it was Wallace.
Maybe it was Wallace. But the rookie we drafted this year in the lottery and then Chet are the only two real differences between, as far as roster,
between
last year and this year. And you know what I'm saying? So I think Chet would be my third place.
Okay.
For Depoy.
I respect
that. I think it's Rudy Gobert and AD's to lose. It's the two of them, and then Chet could make a run depending on if we take the first seed or not. You know what I mean?
If y'all take the first seed, Chet will have a better argument.
Yeah, we'll have a better argument. So, but I think it's between AD and Gobert, and I think that's what it's going to come down to for the rest of the season.
Okay. Well, now we on to Rookie of the Year. I think I know who you're going to go with.
Oh, you know who I'm going with?
You know who I'm going with, so go ahead.
You know who I'm going with?
Yes,
Big Chet Holmgren. Big Chet Holmgren. Second seed in the motherfucking conference.
Yeah.
Hit that game tying 3 against Golden State.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Over Andrew Wiggins. Yeah. Turn around.
Fader.
Bang. Fader.
And he yammed on Gobert, I think.
Something like that. Or Cat somebody.
He did.
You see him throw this shit off the backboard to himself last night?
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, he's crazy. Chet's crazy.
He's cooking. And he was 50, 40, 90 for the first 10 or 12 games. And he's still 50-something from the field, 38% from 3, and 88 or 87%. So he's only a couple percent away from 50, 40, 90 as a rookie.
And that's a couple games. If you have a few good shooting games, you can pass.
Again, as a rookie.
Especially as a rookie.
And team success, again, the change in the defense. Second seed, you know what I'm saying? We where were we last year? We were 9th.
And then
we barely not even. We were 10th.
Yeah.
We barely made the play-in. And then lost in the play-in.
Yep, y'all was 10th.
And then lost in the play-in.
You had Chet and y'all.
And now we're the second seed in the conference.
That's crazy.
Now other players have been
finished top 4 bare minimum.
Yeah, now other players have also stepped up and been playing well. J-Dub continues, you know what I'm saying?
Getting better.
He's getting better. He's playing fucking amazing.
The other guy that shout out
J-Dub
named is playing pretty good, even though he's disgusting.
Yeah, Shea's balling. Shea, J-Dub, and Chet are our big 3 for real. Yeah. If we really think about it.
And Lou Dort is just a solid
And Lou Dort is one of the best defenders in the league.
Poku is a great addition.
Poku's a solid off the bench.
Yeah.
But I think Chet is the rookie. I'm going to take Chet, especially with team success.
Okay.
Wemby would be my second.
Okay.
If we didn't have the record we did.
Right.
And our team wasn't winning the games we were and blah, 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 I would take Wemby at the second. And my third place, my
you got
dark horse.
Place? Oh, I do have a third place.
My third place, who, if it wasn't for Chet and Wemby balling
the way they've been balling.
not rookies, balling the way they are, Jaime Jaquez has had one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in recent years.
I love that kid.
Triple J, Jaime Jaquez. Everybody talks shit about him because he was a senior or something like that, a junior or a senior in college. He was a 3 or 4 year player, and they were like,
he didn't know he was going to the league.
And they were like, well, he's already, he's older than the other rookies. How much is he gonna develop? And obviously, it's only his rookie season. You don't know where the ceiling is just yet.
Right.
But everybody was shitting on him. But that 3 or 4 years he spent in college have served him well, and he's a really polished player. Like, and
that's the thing, like
Miami, even being in the playoff race right now, because you got to think Tyler Herro missed a bunch of games. If Jaime don't hoop the way he is, Miami probably not even in the play-in.
Out of it, and that's the thing. Motherfuckers always make fun
that
of the
power of friendship shit, bro.
It really worked. That needs to be studied. I can't wait for the 30 for 30 when we get like 20 years from now. That shit gonna go crazy. But people make fun of guys that stay in school. Most of those guys stay in school because they're not sure where they're going to end up.
Yeah, they're not sure they're even going to make it to the league. They're not sure they're going to get drafted.
Yeah, they're going to try. They're good enough to try, but they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not for sure. They don't have all the hype.
But not 8 times out of 10, those guys are solid players coming in.
Yeah, they may not be superstars or nothing, but they're
not superstars, but they're decent.
They can contribute.
Guys.
They can play minutes. They have enough experience.
And if you put them on a contender like Jaime on the Heat, they help right away.
Yeah.
Whereas rookies, a lot of time, even the superstar guys,
they struggle.
They need time.
Jaime been playing better than Scoot.
Way better than Scoot. And Scoot was in the G League.
Facts.
Scoot was in the G League, and Scoot just act like he don't know how to with them dumbass goggles on.
He has been playing better since he got the goggles, though. The first 10 games, though, were some real shit. He was shitting it up, but then he put them goggles on.
What happened?
Maybe he was hooping. You know what I'm saying? Half blind type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he brought a rim somewhere.
That's why he wasn't shooting. He was dunking on people.
Yeah, he
said, if I get close, I
can dunk.
That's a bucket.
Like the rim over there somewhere. He's like, I see the orange ass circle. You know?
Damn, that's fucked. Well, yeah. So ours is similar, slight difference. We back. I know we're not playing like it. But give us some time. We are back, and I gotta give it to Wemby, bro. I know. Listen. OKC has the better record, and I can attest that to Chet. But you guys also have SGA, Lou Dort, Poku. You got the Predator. You got all of those really good players.
J-Dub,
yeah, J Will. Y'all got a really good team. People expected y'all to be at least decent going into the season, right? The Spurs, we have nothing. We have Wemby, Dennis Rodman's illegitimate son, and Jeremy Sohan. His mama, Carmen Electra, peep. We got Keldon Johnson, who's been out most of the season. We got Trey Jones, who's been out most of the season. And Pop got one leg in the grave, respectfully. So, what are we doing? We don't have anything. And Wemby is... And they don't even give him the ball. He got all his points off of rebounds. That's ridiculous. So with this setup, I feel like the situation that Chet's in comparison to the situation that Wemby's in, I feel like Wemby should get at least give him something because he's not going to the playoffs.
Hell no, he not.
Give him something.
He going to the rodeo though. He going to the
What Chuck be saying with the big ass San Antonio? I don't know why Chuck must have went to San Antonio, tried to get some cheeks, and he couldn't. And that's why he be hating on them shorties like that, because he be going crazy.
Nah, Chuck be talking bad shit about San Antonio. As a city, he talk all type of shit about San Antonio.
What's wrong with you, man? But nah, I think because, and this isn't a good enough reason, but Wemby has been playing well individually. And because Chet has such a good team and he's going to make the playoffs, maybe even... dare I say it, the conference finals, possibly. Who knows? I think you got to give it to Wemby, man.
Thunder up.
And then third,
Big
obviously, boom. if Chet and Wemby weren't in this class, Jaime is the rookie of the year.
Yeah, he's been playing crazy for somebody that nobody expected.
Low key, whoever win it, Chet or Wemby, they got to split it with Jaime. They gotta
he got to be at the press conference.
Yeah,
they got to dap him up.
bro,
Like, man, you know, if me and the other tall motherfucker wasn't here,
it would have been yours.
if it wasn't for this 7'5" and 7'2" motherfucker,
yeah, you would have.
they'd be like, you ballin', G. You trying to come? Who?
Yeah, you trying to cut. The Spurs need him. The Spurs definitely need that.
Yo, Jaime and Wemby would be some shit. I ain't gonna hold
you.
you.
Would be crazy. That'd be a crazy little team.
They're not gonna beat us, but they,
No, they not. They not. We got. Listen, we're waiting on Montes Buzelis and Coop. We got to take for 2 more years.
Well, first of all, we got all type of draft picks, so Coop to the Thunder, baby.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. If Coop go to OKC, I'm stop watching basketball. That's crazy. That's like Len Bias going to Boston. And Coop not doing crack. Coop not a crackhead, so he gonna play. Think about if Len Bias would have went to Boston, bro.
Nah, if Len Bias would have went to Boston with Larry still there and everything, Boston, that would have been crazy.
Jordan don't win those first 2 chips. He don't win those first 2.
Yeah.
He'll still win
hold on.
4.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Detroit don't win the 2 they won.
They don't know.
Because they won it, what was 88? No, it was 89 and 90, right?
Yeah, 89, 90, yeah. So they don't win that.
Len Bias was in what, 84, I think, or 85
no,
the draft
class? He's 85.
Something like that?
No, 86.
86.
That was the year he was gonna be there, and they won the championship that year. He just died.
Yeah, you're right. He would have been on that team. Yeah. So if Len, come on now, by 89 he would have been 3 years into the league.
And Bird wouldn't have been able to take a step back, still play.
His
back
rehab
might not
his
have
back.
been as bad, possibly.
Yeah, less minutes on it.
Less minutes.
He could have got some treatment.
Because Bird was still cooking niggas. His back was just fucked. But if you let him rest those 3 years and let Len Bias be the main guy and Bird just like out there, he get to rest, it's over, bro. I don't think Jordan won those first 2. Detroit don't win. They pull a halfway 60s.
They do pull a halfway 60s and win like 6 or 7 in them
6
things.
or 7 for sure. And they don't lose until King probably. No, Jordan beats them.
I think Jordan beats them either in the second or third year.
Yeah, Jordan beats them
either the second or third year they eventually do because by the second or third year of that first 3-peat, Bird was done.
Yeah, it would have been done. Yeah,
because that was like the Dream Team year, remember? If you anybody who's seen the Dream Team shit, Bird's back was done.
So just give Bird 1 more year from where he actually finished.
Which honestly, he was really done after like 91.
Yeah, so give him.
So he would have had 92, but then you figure Jordan's on the rise.
Last one, I'll give him 92 be his last year where he could actually play. Yeah, 93 I'd say would have been his last year where he actually be able to hoop, and then it would be. But Len's still there. Who knows? What and Len on top of that, because now Boston changes they viewpoint because we have a chance. We still got Len Bias.
Yeah, now you maybe make a trade or somebody wants to sign because they think there's a chance. You could sign somebody who wants to contend. Blah blah blah. Imagine if Dennis Rodman goes to Boston instead of Chicago.
Oh, with Len Bias. Oh my God, no one's getting no rebounds, bro.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. What if, man?
No rebounds, man.
But
too bad crack kills, man.
Cooper flag to Oklahoma City,
Coop
dog.
Don't do crack.
Coke. I mean, same shit, but
same shit. Coop don't do coke, as far as we understand.
Yeah, as far as we know.
As far as we understand.
So
theoretically speaking, he goes to OKC. That's scary. And then if y'all trade the Predator for Lauri Markkanen, come on now. Now you're running SGA, Lou Dort, Lauri Markkanen.
Well, no, it would be SGA, J-Dub
over Lou Dort
because you'd put him at 2.
Okay.
And then you'd probably have. Oh well, no, maybe not the first year because when Coop's a rookie, Coop as a rookie would probably be the 6th man.
No, you got to start Coop at the.
Well, because you got
3 or 4.
Well, because you have Chet and Lauri would be the 4 and the 5.
Right.
Chet would play the 5. Lauri would play the 4.
Coop got to play.
Dort would be the 3.
I don't know, man.
And then SG.
I'd rather have Lou Dort come off the bench. Coop needs to start, bro.
But then your bench. But then again, we have a crazy 5, so we don't never really have to rely on the bench unit. At least 2 of our starters are always out there.
Switching people out.
At least 2 of our starters are always out there at that point.
Listen, Coop, you keep your ass out there. You playing 48 minutes a game. You not tired.
Although we would have to trade some draft picks though to get Lauri. Maybe we don't get Coop because we have to trade a pick.
Well, it depends on who picks y'all got,
which picks, blah blah blah.
Because if somebody say somebody fall off. Like, say, I don't know what pick y'all got, but say y'all got a Memphis pick. Memphis not playing too well.
I know we got the Clippers pick.
The Clippers.
We got a Clippers pick in the next 2 years or something like that.
Okay.
We got a Clippers pick in the next 2 years or something like that.
Okay.
And if they don't win the championship this year, that team is
they're
blown
done.
up.
So that's a top pick. Yeah. So y'all can fuck
That's
around.
a lottery. That's a lottery chance.
Yeah, y'all can fuck around and get a lottery pick. Y'all can fuck around and get the first pick, depending on how bad the Clippers are.
And how the lottery works out.
Yeah, so it's very possible.
But I'm saying to get Laurie, we'd probably have to trade that pick.
The Clippers, yeah.
Because the Jazz would want picks this year,
matter.
next year, and the next year, like the next 2 to 3 years. They would want those picks.
I don't know, but they getting the Predator though.
He's not better than Laurie Markkinen.
No, he's not. But like, he's not bad. He's just a monster, but he's not bad.
Yeah, but they're not
He's
going to
a
want
good player,
just
so.
that. They're going to want the picks too.
But the Clippers, I don't know if I'll be willing to.
We could give them our pick.
Yeah,
But our pick's not going to be worth shit. So they're probably not going to want that.
You would probably put up like
Again, it would be what Utah wants. You know what I'm saying? They're probably not going to do it just for our picks because our picks are going to be not that great.
Yeah, pretty good.
Are going to be pretty decent.
Good.
Like
In the sense of like a lower pick.
Yeah. Like we're going to be pretty decent to good. So especially if we get Laurie from them, so they're not going to trade us for our pick.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So we'd have to send them the Clippers joints that we got for PG.
Yeah. Okay.
So we don't get Coop, but
Come on, to get Montes Buzelis and get Coop in 2025, and we're gonna run the table, bro. It's gonna be over, bro. By then, OKC I have one already. The statistics on 2 and 3P isn't high, so they're probably not gonna win again. And then we can come in, win 3. Let's go. And then Pop
trade them picks to.
And then Pop
to
could
Utah.
pass away peacefully. I'm sorry.
No, you're wild. I'm not co-signing that. That's a PLAX take only. I'm gonna put that out there.
I apologize. I didn't mean
you're
that.
wildin'.
I love Pop. Pop is my guy. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Bring Becky Hammond to coach the Spurs if that happens though.
Well, yeah,
but
I was gonna ask if she would lead the WNBA. She most definitely would, and that's unfortunate.
to be the first woman head coach
in the NBA.
Yeah. Yes, she would.
And she's Pop. She's just Pop Junior, basically. So she's proven that. So, but last but not least, MVP race. I got a few joints up here, but I'm gonna let Angel start us off. Who you got, man?
My favorite is Embiid.
Really?
Jokic dropped a triple single sometime the other day, or he had like 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 6.
Did he?
It was like 8 points, 9 rebounds, and
he's had a few of those this year.
You know, and I think those games are going to be held against him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did they lose those games?
Well, no, they were up big.
So,
but he didn't play well, but they were up big, and then they took him out because he wasn't playing well, and they were up big. I mean, but I'm saying, and Embiid is averaging more points than minutes, which, yeah. And the last time,
I didn't know that.
And the last time that happened was Wilt.
Oh my God, what is he averaging?
He's averaging 35.1 points, and he's only playing like 32 or 33 minutes a game.
Embiid averaging 35 right now.
35.1.
Oh my God.
And he's playing like 33 minutes, I think, maybe 34. But he is averaging more points than minutes.
That nigga's going nuts. Fuck.
Embiid did not deserve it last year. And I think the only reason he got it last year is because people didn't want to see an unathletic white dude from Europe win 3 MVPs in a row. People were hating. They didn't want to admit that an unathletic white dude was the best from Europe, was the best player in the league 3 years in a row, because he was.
Well,
and if he wins 3 MVPs in a row, plus they win that chip in the finals MVP, he has a legitimate case for like a top 4, top 5 center of all time. And nobody wanted to give it to him because he's an unathletic fat white dude from Serbia.
And nobody gives fat people credit, as we know in my comments in the R&B.
So nobody wanted to give him that because honestly, there was haters. Like Boogie Cousins, he was hating on the one podcast when he was on talking about.
Boogie man, because he can't get back in the league. Yeah, you can hate from outside the club. You can't
even get in. But a lot of people was hating, so they didn't want to give it to him.
Well, let me say this. Though.
But Embiid this year
deserves it. Oh, in your opinion. Let me say this. Last year, the only reason people say Embiid didn't deserve last year was because Jokic and them ended up winning the championship. If Jokic and them wouldn't have won the championship, I don't think people would have been saying what they're saying now. I don't think. I
think they still would have, because what the fuck? Where the Sixers end up? Where the fuck did they go? They didn't even go to the chip.
No, they did. No, they didn't. But I'm saying, let's say Denver ended up in the same boat. Like, say the Lakers beat them or
even then, that's a conference finals.
Still,
Jokic still had the better season, and Embiid had James Harden, who led the league in assists.
Right.
And it wasn't like he was getting 10 and a half and it wasn't like he was getting 10.
He got Tobias Harris.
But I'm saying you had Harden was averaging fucking 20, 21 points a game and like a 10 and a half assists
in them fourth quarters though.
But I'm saying like it's still a regular season record. I mean a regular season award, and they played again. You don't get Finals MVP for how you play in the regular season.
No, you don't.
You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta give it to them for how they play
I'm saying let me rephrase. For me, the only reason I'm saying Embiid didn't deserve it last year is because Jokic didn't win the championship. If they wouldn't have won the championship, or if they wouldn't have made it to the finals, I wouldn't have said that. If they would have say the Lakers knocked them out, I wouldn't have been saying that. The only reason I'm saying that is because they won the championship and they did it so dominantly that I was like, yeah, he's the best motherfucker in the world right now. But
it just wasn't.
It
really wasn't as close. And the only reason Embiid got it was because people didn't want to watch Jokic win 3 in a row. Everybody was like, LeBron ain't got 3 in a row, or
Bron got hold on him.
But that's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, well, LeBron ain't got 3 MVPs in a row. That was everybody's argument. If he puts 3 MVPs in a row, then that means he's had a better 3-year stretch than
a lot of people.
A lot of people, and people just didn't want to admit that. They didn't want to admit that.
Which technically he did because Bron, Kobe, Shaq, a lot of people got hold on MVPs. So maybe that's just his rite of passage. You got to get hold on the MVP or two.
I guess.
Because Bron, there's a couple of them joints out there that Bron should have got.
No, there was a couple of joints.
Kobe, y'all know how I feel about the Steve Nash shit. Nash shouldn't have no MVPs.
There is a couple of joints, but I'm just saying people just didn't. Come on now, you know what it is.
I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm saying it gets amped up more because he won a championship. If he didn't win a championship, it wouldn't be as Embiid shouldn't have got that. Now this year, I'm a little different. Embiid wasn't even on my radar. I didn't know he was averaging 35. I knew he was averaging like 30 something.
No, he's averaging 35.
30 something plus. I got a joke one to disrespect Steve Nash a little bit more. This is an MVP season. 26 and 12 is the MVP.
Hallie?
Yeah, Hallie. That's an MVP season. Not 18.
If the Pacers learned to play some fucking defense.
If they were a better team, the Pacers fucking suck, so he's not going to get it. But this is an example of an MVP point guard. 26 points and 12 or 13 assists a game. That's what I'm talking about. Not 18 and 12, which is still good, but that's not a fucking MVP. And then the following season, he averaged like 16 and 12. What are we doing? He robbed Kobe and Shaq. No, I broke it down. He robbed Kobe, the one joint, and he robbed Dirk for the other one. Shaq was saying he should have got one of those. He shouldn't have. Shaq did not play that well.
Yeah, in like 06 type.
Yeah, he played. I mean, he's Shaq. He played pretty good, but it wasn't.
He
didn't play better than Dirk those years.
Nah. Dirk was going crazy at that time.
Dirk should have got one of those, and I think Kobe didn't get one of them because the Lakers was shit.
You know how that is.
Yeah, the Lakers just wasn't good, and I think that's gonna be Halliburton's problem this year. But Hallie, you got a chance to get an MVP at some point because Nash got it with 18 and 12. So.
Yeah, so playing the way he is.
So if he got it for that,
the Pacers just got to learn to play some fucking defense.
Which is, I get why because they only got Miles Turner. He the only nigga that even thinks
really
about defense.
Yeah.
And Hallie sometimes when he not like.
Yeah, but he's already averaging 26 and 12.
Yeah, so what else? And that's the fucked up part. He's probably the second best defender on the team. That's ridiculous. He shouldn't have to do all that, but because Nash didn't.
That's a fact. Nash ain't play a lick of fucking defense.
Realistically, Jokic is leading right now.
So Jokic is my 2.
Okay.
I got Embiid 1, just because again he's averaging more points than minutes. Fuck the 35 because he could be averaging 35 and playing 40 minutes,
or
40 to 42 minutes. Yeah. But he's only playing like 33 minutes. He's averaging more 35 points than minutes.
That's really crazy.
Like that's crazy. No matter how many points you're
a quarter into the season.
Exactly, it's a lot of games.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So it's not even. So it's not even just that he's averaging 35, which is good. Like that's crazy scoring wise. But also it's the more points than minutes.
Yeah.
Most motherfuckers do not Like that doesn't happen. Again, that hasn't happened since Wilt, where you averaged more points than minutes per game. Like that hasn't happened in fucking 60 years type shit.
And if he could keep that up, that's
so like that's just an impressive, like that's a historical season.
And he'll definitely get the scoring chip.
Yeah, like that's a historical season to average more points than minutes.
And Philly is playing well too.
Third seed
with less technically.
Third seed. Less. So Embiid is my one because that's a historical pace.
Okay.
And if he can keep that up, again, that's some shit you haven't seen since Wilt. They are the third seed. They're balling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got. You know what I'm saying? Like
Maxey is still able to do his thing with him being so dominant.
Yeah. Like he's not taking away from Maxey.
Kobe type shit. Not trying to be, but that's
what I'm saying. So
I
got Embiid 1.
Yeah.
Jokic is 2 because again, Jokic does besides not playing a great defense. Jokic literally does.
He block a shot or two.
Yeah, here and there, on some lazy people or something like that, or he gets help defense or whatever. He also a big body, so he don't get the blocks, but he just has a big body, so he can be whatever. But he also does everything else.
Literally,
he gets you 20 something points a game, 12 to 13 fucking rebounds a game. 8 to 12 assists, he's 7 to 12. He's top 2 or 3 in rebounding per game. He's like top 2 or 3 in assists per game, and he's averaging like 25 or 26 points. Like obviously he doesn't play the greatest defense, but like he can't, like you literally can't he can't do every, even on 2K you can't build an you gotta take an L somewhere usually. Usually, unless you're somebody who plays 2K for a living and like does the math and can break it down and blah blah blah. And even then, your player isn't going to be good at whatever it is. You just know how to make it work and make it play.
Like with me, for some
reason, can't do everything.
I know how to get steals with almost anybody.
Yeah,
on 2K.
Because it's on 2K. Yeah, you just know how to play 2K.
Yeah, I know how to get steals because even I got a character. I got one character that's good at steals. I get like 12 to 13 steals a game, sometimes 15. With another character, terrible defender, like he has like 25s on his defense. I still get 3 steals a game. That's just knowing how.
Just knowing how to play.
Get steals,
but you can't you know what I'm saying. Even on the game now, they've kind of made it where you can't really have something.
Which realistically, most people like Zion, for instance, if Zion wasn't fat and slow, oh my god, because look what he does out of shape.
Yeah,
so imagine if he was
his hell would be his playmaking. He's not the greatest passer.
And he's not a great passer. So
it would be his playmaking that would be the L if he was in better shape. But he would still play great defense. He'd still be a good rebounder. He'd still put up points.
Yeah,
all
like
that.
He could shoot.
But Jokic literally does like everything possible for that team. And Jamal Murray missed a bunch of games.
He did, yeah.
And I think he just recently came back a couple games ago type. Like he missed like 15 games to start the season or something like that.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So like their record isn't as great. But they also literally missed their second best player.
For majority,
who was also the only person besides Jokic that really go and gets his own bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like MPJ can get his own bucket sometimes, but for the most part, a lot of his stuff comes in transition or wide open threes, or he makes a crazy 3, but like it's in the play, something like that. But Jamal Murray is their only other player that like
gets his own.
Yeah. Besides Jokic, Jamal Murray is the only other player on the team that I would give the ball to and be like, go get a bucket.
Yeah,
I trust you. Go get the bucket. And they've been missing him.
Do that with MPJ if niggas is out.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Jamal Murray's been missing, so their record's not as good as it could be if they had him. Mm-hmm. But they are still the defending champs, and Jokic is still playing great. He did have that. Again, he had that triple single game, which again they were up big, so blah blah blah. But you know that there's details, there's context, but that you're not for over the 82 game season, you're not going to argue every single game versus game. You're not going to say all 82. And then go into the details of all 82. At some point, you got to look at the season record, their averages, standout performances, good or bad. You see what I'm saying? And then you can get the details if it's really close enough and you want to, if you're a voter. But you're not going to break down every fucking game that someone plays. But I still have Jokic at second.
Okay.
And I think it's between Embiid and Jokic, just like it has been the last 2 to 3 years before. Well, 2 years. Last year, Embiid won it and Jokic was second. And then the year before that, Jokic won it and Embiid was second.
Oh, no,
but 3 years ago,
right.
Jokic's first MVP was Giannis was second, I believe.
So,
but the last 2, you know what I'm saying? The last few have been Embiid and Jokic. And I think that's what it's going to be. I think Embiid gets it because of the way he's playing. And my dark horse for it, my boy SGA. And I only say
SGA deserves it, yeah.
I only say it because, again, we're second in the conference right now. Mm-hmm. and he's our best player. As much as I love Chet and as good as Chet is,
He's not the best
SGA,
player yet, no.
yeah, SGA is without a doubt our best player.
Chet got some. I think Chet will be at some point.
Could be. I think
Could
that's
be.
possible. Yes,
But right
SGA
now, no.
is leading the league in steals.
Is he? Oh, fuck.
He's leading the league in steals. Wait, and it's not close. He averages one whole steal more than second place. SGA is averaging, last night I checked, like a day or two ago, 2.8 steals per game. And the person in second place is averaging like 1.8 something or 1.9, like almost like a whole steal behind him. He's leading the league in steals, and it's not close. Because you got to figure, we're 25-ish, 26-ish games, 27 games in.
Yeah, it averaged 2.3 steals.
Two,
That's crazy.
yeah, 2.8.
2.8.
So it's basically 3, but I'm saying like so a whole steal per game to make that up over the course of the rest of you know what I'm saying? Like that's not close.
He would have to get no steals.
He would have to get no steals for a couple of games, and whoever's in
games,
second would have to get 4 or 5 a bunch
For
of
a
games in
few
a row,
games,
like to catch him.
to level out.
Just to even catch up. Forget pass, just to get to being tied basically.
Tied up, yeah.
So he's
But
leading the league
how
in
many people
steals.
Average 2.8 steals. That's just
Exactly. He's leading the league in steals, and he's still scoring like 30 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the second seed. He hit that game winner on somebody a week ago.
Or 2 ago. I seen that.
He hit the game winner. He has a game winning shot on his thing already.
Okay.
And so I think SGA would be my third pick, but I realistically, I think it's between Embiid and Jokic, and I think just Embiid is going to be end up finishing with it.
So I didn't know Embiid was averaging 35. I did not know that. So that changes how I feel a little bit. But I'm gonna surprise you a little bit here. I think Luka should get it. I think because Luka, for years now, has been playing amazing basketball, and his team's been shit. Now they're relatively decent. They like top 4 in the West right now, and for a period of time, I think they was 1. And the way the West is fluctuating, they could potentially end up 1.
They could
point.
still. There's a lot. It's real close.
It's time for them to end up 1. I think you should give it to Luka. I mean, Jokic got 2, and B got 1 already. Luka, it's not like Luka don't deserve it based on stats. His team sucks. But how long are you gonna blame somebody for bad management? The Dallas so bad, Mark Cuban sold him.
Well, you see how much he sold him for, though?
He did. He got a crazy.
He
got beyond the bag.
And he still gets to run the basketball operations.
Oh, he do? Damn.
He sold off the joint, but he still gets.
Shit.
He sold off like. He's not the majority owner anymore.
Okay, but he's
a minority owner, but he's still the one in charge of the basketball operations.
Damn, I didn't know that.
The other motherfucker is basically paid just for the money ass. Like they paid just to bring
get
for the revenue over time
right.
of being the majority owner.
He still gets something because he's a minority.
Yeah, he's still the minority owner, so he's still making something, and he runs the basketball shit.
That's
the
fine.
actual basketball operations as far as ownership.
I thought he was totally like, man, these fuck it.
He just had a come up.
Yeah, he
big time
crazy
come up because it was for what he bought his stake for back in the day. It was nothing compared to what he
like a small percentage of
what he sold it for. Yeah, what he just got back.
Because he got bills back. He paid.
Yeah, he got
bills
billions
for it.
back.
He paid
With
millions for it. He got bills back
with a B,
so
big B.
He's up crazy.
So,
but yeah, I'm going with Luka. I think Luka should be MVP. Now, if Dallas have a fall off, which I assume they will because they don't play defense and they have niggas like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Well, Derek Lively Jr. Second or whatever.
Great.
He's been a great addition. That's the big man they need.
He's under Jaime.
He's
as far as rookies go.
Yeah, I think he's he's a rim runner, so lob threat.
He plays
defense and gets rebounds. Plays defense, gets rebounds.
Let's say this.
And is a lob threat. And that's the big man that Luka has needed.
He's playing better than Dwight Powell, bum ass.
Well, Dwight Powell.
Playing way
We're gonna
better
talk about
than
Dwight Powell.
But I think if Dallas, I was gonna say Memphis. What the fuck? Memphis ain't doing shit. If Dallas is able to stay within the top 4, I think just let Luka have it, man. Give him something. They're not going to win a championship, please.
I respect the opinion.
Okay.
But more points than minutes?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Again, fuck the 35.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
He's
crazy.
only playing 32 minutes. And again, that ain't happened since Wilt. So, more points than minutes you play is some 2K shit, legitimately.
Oh yeah, definitely 2K.
Where you getting 2 buckets you come down, score in 7 seconds, get a steal, come down, score in 7 seconds, score on a fast break. Actually, you get the steal,
so that's
go back,
seconds.
you get a defensive stop. You still got like 10 seconds left in the minute. You come down and you hit a 3, and you just scored fucking 8 to 9 points in a fucking
in a minute.
In a minute. That's literally some 2K shit. Like where you're like, oh shit, I just like literally more points than minutes. You're like, man.
So you got Embiid. I got Luka tentatively. It's a tentative Luka for sure.
And then my first, second, third is Embiid. Yoke 2 is the runner up. Third place finish would be SGA.
Mine is more personal, not realistic. I would like Hallie to get it, but the Pacers are just so far in the ground, it's just not going to happen.
I do think he could make a case if the Pacers weren't so bad.
Yeah, if the Pacers weren't so bad, it would be a Luka situation.
Like 2-3 weeks ago, before the in-season tournament even happened, and he was balling in that, before that even happened, I said it in the PlayStation party to some of our boys, like if he plays this way for the season, he's having an MVP level season. Yeah. I just don't think he would get it because the Pacers aren't going to win enough games. Yeah. And I said that like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so only imagine right now.
You know what I mean? And he's had a rough stretch since the in-season tournament, but also like the in-season tournament also really showed that like it's really just him. Like he was willing that team to go when he's doing everything and everything's coming out of like how well he's playing. Yep. Once teams start to key in on him,
he's still gonna get his.
He's still gonna get his, but like somebody else has to do something. And I just think like
they don't have it.
They don't have it. That's just a tough situation. You know what I'm saying? It's some shit Paul Pierce said when talking to Ticket to KG. He was what happens. He was talking about Jordan Poole specifically, but I'm saying like the thought still applies. Like when you go to play a team and the scouting report is about you and different. Literally just you pretty much.
It's just Hallie is smart enough to still get his.
But it still does change.
Put them in the best position they could be.
Yeah. Right. But when you're the scouting report,
it's nothing you could do.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do because it's the NBA. Like teams, if you're the only person they have to shut down to win the game, that's what they're gonna do. Yeah. And they're gonna say like, well, let everyone else beat us. And if Buddy Hield and Miles Turner go off, okay, sure. But is that gonna happen in a 7-game series? No, we're gonna win. So like, you're not. You live with losing that one regular season game because everyone around Halliburton somehow played really well. And he, you know what I'm saying? But that's not going to happen consistently in a series. So that's just how people are going to play them. Like, so unless he gets another person, something else happens. You know what I mean? Like it's just the way that the offense runs.
Honestly, he got to get the fuck up out of there. But he's not. It's going to be a while.
It's going to be a while. But they also have a chance to get other. Like the fact that the way the offense works and the fact that they score so many points and it's so free flowing. Like look at Obi Toppin.
Oh yeah, he unlocked.
You see what I'm saying? So and to be fair, the Knicks just never knew how to use him, and they always relegated him to the bench because they had Julius Randle. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they know he was relegated to the bench, so like he never was in a great position when he would play with the Knicks, and they really didn't know how to use him. They didn't have a point guard that played facilitator like that. Right. Jay Brunson is a scorer more than a facilitator, I would argue. So they never really had anybody to. But I think if you're a fringe all-star guy or you're a role player on a team that you feel isn't using you correctly or isn't put you in the glory marketing case, you can look at Indiana as a place to go and help boost your career and boost. And you know what I'm saying?
Hallie needs some help.
Man. Like I think if you are a I'm trying to argue something. Who would be good? Like a Laurie Marketing case, who has an all-star, but he's on a shit team. That would be you know what I'm saying? If you're somebody like
that could turn the season around.
If you're somebody like similar to Kristaps last year, like he had his best season ever in the league, and he had some good season in New York. And last season playing for Washington was his best season. He ended up getting traded to Boston, obviously. But, like, if you're a player like that, like, you're looking like, oh, I just had one of my best seasons, if not my best season, whatever. I can go there and they
help me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they can help get me to the next level. Like, I think that's an attractive play style for free agents and other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're going to get anybody because, again, it's still Indiana. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's still.
Indiana is a tough
and the rest of the team around them ain't that great, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get all of that. But I think, like, if you're I think if you are a Pascal Siakam. whose contract is up at the end of the year, right? Like if you're one of those players who, if you're a Donovan Mitchell, who again he's a 2, not a point guard,
so that would be good for him as well.
He'd be able to play off ball, which is his natural role anyway. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And then if they need him to go get a bucket, he can. Yeah. But I'm thinking like there's just players
down the stretch you can have him do his thing.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Or like even just the fact that he's a threat, you gotta now Hallie gets to
do his
work because you got to worry about Donnie. You see what I'm saying? Like I think if you're one of those players who is an all-star, who wants to take your game to the next level or wants to be in a winning situation, and you feel like you can contribute to a winning team.
And they got Rick Carlisle too.
And Rick Carlisle's a good coach.
Very good coach.
2011 Mavs.
Yeah, he's a very good coach.
I think hooping with Hallie is an attractive play style. I think people want to play with a player who's looking to get other people involved. They want to play with people that are going to get them the ball. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People want to play with that. They want
because that's just going to elevate you.
Yeah, so I think like they have I think off Hallie's play style and potential, they have a chance to get somebody. And there's we made again the whole last podcast was about teams getting ready to blow it up or stars making moves and blah 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 and contracts ending. So people are going to be free agents and being able to pick where they want to go and blah blah blah. And I just think like if you're Indiana, you also have you're probably going to have some cap space and things like that. I just think there's a potential there to bring a guy in. And if you have Hallie, Miles Turner, and if you have Halliburton and Miles Turner, and then you add in a Pascal Siakam, you add in a maybe not Zach LaVine because he don't play no defense really. But if you add like a Pascal Siakam, you add in somebody of that who's going to play both sides of the ball. I mean, hell, OG Anunoby. Look at him. He's been a great defender his entire time, and his offense has been solid, but not that next level. A player like that could be looking like, hey, the Pacers need a lockdown defender. I can contribute that, and maybe playing with Hallie. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just never really know.
Would the Pacers be able? They probably wouldn't be able to. I don't think they have the resources, but pulling off Siakam and OG. I think a straight up sign, maybe. Okay.
Depending on who comes off the books at the end of the year.
Is up, right?
Yes. So if they want to sign them in free agency, I think that's possible. It would depend on what the contract.
OG and Siakam with Turner.
Because OG, Siakam, and Turner at your 3, 4, and 5.
Defensively, that's insane.
That holds up your defense.
And Halliburton ain't the greatest defender, but he's willing.
But he's lanky.
Yeah, he's lanky.
He's lanky, so it adds, and he's willing to play it.
Yeah,
he's not somebody who doesn't. He's just not a.
They turned into a top 5 team at that point,
especially in the East.
You
see what I'm saying? Like, so it's possible. And I think again, if you're
Hallie, get on the phone, brother. Yeah, start making
Hallie and Miles Turner. Call Siakam and OG now.
Listen,
Call them today.
I know y'all looking at the Lakers. I know y'all looking around. Pull up, gang. Pull up.
Because
you know how many white bitches we got up here?
Crazy. But I think like they just have.
Well, if Jonathan Majors is any consolation, stay away from him. Actually,
well, he was also wilding a little bit too. But definitely stay away from him.
Definitely
stay away from him.
Yeah, you should probably stay away from him.
But you never know. People pull up random ass places sometimes.
That's true. I do think that's a good setup for.
Who saw Kawhi to the Clippers for real? Back
who
then.
Saw Kawhi to the Raptors?
Well, that was a trade.
That was a trade, but even
I'm saying still, signing like free agency.
Signing, So yeah.
And again, he wouldn't have if they didn't get PG. Obviously, that's what he told them. We all know that now. Like he was like, "You got to go get PG in a trade, or I'm not coming." But still, nobody saw
him going there
to the Clippers. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, yeah, I would like to see. This is a hypothetical. I don't know if they'd be able to pull it off, but I would like to see Siakam and OG.
If they trade Buddy Hield and get his money off the books, then maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Siakam's going to get a big contract, but OG would be a little less than that.
Right.
Because he's never been an all-star. So, maybe they make it work. It also depends on how much ownership is willing to pay. Would they be willing to
get
a
championship team? It's a good team.
I don't know. Well, Hallie,
I don't think they change.
Because I think that defense at that point is a top 10 defense. Because
they can win a chip though.
But I think that
they would need an extra guy.
But you got to think they're already the number 1 offense in the league right now.
Who, Indiana?
Yes, they have the highest offensive rating in the league.
And they lose.
They have the highest offensive rating in NBA history. No one has scored more points like per 100 possessions or per game ever than they have right now.
Also, maybe that is because if
So-
you elevate the defense.
That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? And
Damn.
with an offense that plays that well, you avoid transition buckets.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because you're making the bucket, so it's a dead ball for a second. They got to inbound. They're not getting rebounds.
Yeah,
and
you inbound.
you see what I'm saying? You get a chance to set your defense up. Maybe that's a championship team, depending on who their bench is and what their bench looks like. But you got to think
I
they
would
do
say
still
you
have
probably
Mathurin.
Yeah, they got. That's what I was gonna say. You would probably not move. So Buddy probably still.
You would get
start.
Buddy up because of the money he makes. You would probably want to clear his
Yes.
contract.
So Mathurin is on the bench. McConnell is a good backup guard.
Brucey Brown's still there.
Bruce Brown is there. Ooh.
If you have Bruce Brown, Benedict Mathurin, and T.J. McConnell, that's 3 solid
Yeah,
bench
that's
pieces. And then you
not
just need a
bad.
backup big man to play the
That's
big man
solid.
minutes when
And
Miles
you go
comes
out
out.
there and get JaVale McGee or something.
Yeah, you just need somebody to
Yeah,
play
you
the
go
big
out there
man
and
role
get
when
somebody.
Miles isn't in the game. And
then
that
a stretch 4 from somewhere, maybe a stretch guy.
well, I think they would
Just
probably
to come off the bench.
but
Because you got just to have an extra big body out there.
well, I
And
guess
that's
to come off the bench, some kind of
Yeah,
stretch
just
off the
some
bench. But I think
random
their starting lineup would be Hallie at the 1, OG at the 3, Siakam at the 4, and Miles Turner at the 5, and then whoever they want to put at the 2.
Yeah, whoever.
You know what I mean?
I mean, fuck it, put Mathurin in there and just you had to, or keep you got a choice with Mathurin.
You can work it around. Rick
Yeah.
Carlisle will have to figure it out.
which he
But the-
would
yeah.
figure it out.
But I think it's just I think legitimately, even if it's not that season, even if they take a season or two to joke, because look what happened with Minnesota. Everybody thought last season that it was gonna work at least better than it did.
And it didn't.
They ended up finishing the 8th spot, the
And
eighth,
then-
and now look at this season. They're the
this year, the
first
first
in the
seed.
season. You know what I'm saying? So even if it takes
And
a
they'll
season
probably
to
finish top 3 at least.
So even if it takes a season to gel, that would just be a team that could contend. Number 1 offense in the league, adding some, and then learning to
They
play a
are,
lick of
yeah.
fucking defense.
Because that's the biggest issue. And then Siakam and OG could score. They can score.
They can score. They're good shooters for their their positions.
Yeah.
They're gonna play defense. They're lanky. Miles Turner in the paint.
Turner can shoot.
Turner can shoot. I think that would be a good team.
I don't know. You might be right, Angel. You might be
That'd
right.
be nuts.
But this has been the second ever episode. Well, theoretically speaking.
Theoretically,
But
it's the second
this
episode
has been the
of
second episode of the good version of
the three
podcast.
podcast-
Of
the three podcast.
podcasts on PLAX TV with my boy Angel. We hope you guys enjoyed. We talked about the not mid season, the quarter season
award
award
predictions and stuff
we might
like
do
that.
another one for the mid season. Maybe, who knows if things change rapidly. If not, we'll just let it rock out.
Yeah, I think there'd have to be some drastic changes in what happens, because if it's gonna be roughly the same,
Then ain't no point.
Ain't no point.
But let us know what y'all think in the comments down below. Who do y'all think is the MVP or the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player, the Great Coach of the Year? Let us know what y'all think. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ding that notification bell so you know every time I drop a video. Check out TikTok, check out YouTube Shorts, check out Facebook Reels. We're putting content out every day out there. Some new content coming out in the new year as well. And most of all, we love you guys.
And as always, shout out Liz Kane, bitch fine ass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's the 3 on PLAX TV.
Oh,